Okay, here we are live with some more Pokemon Violet. Yesterday, we mainly played Scarlet when we caught the remaining legendaries and did some box organization, but then we had about I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes to do some Violet, and in that time we were able to get a shiny Gulpin using just an encounter power 2, no sparkling power sandwich stuff. So that was pretty nice. I think we did take a look at the outbreaks at the very end of last night, and there wasn't anything to note. I could take a quick peek again just as a refresher. But yeah, so I think today's going to primarily be shiny hunting. We got a good 2.5 hours to go, or for the stream today. Oh, yeah, there were a few mildly interesting things, just nothing I'm, desperate to get. I was debating if I want to do any Terra raids real quick. I mean, maybe we could do a couple. Let's see what the fighting guy over here is, the 6-star. May as well. But I think I'd rather focus at least at the start of today on just shiny hunting. And depending how I want to approach things, I might just do another encounter power 2 poison for the other Gulpin. I'm not 100% sure. I think the other priority today is going to be something in the Dreepy line, if not both the things we're missing. So we have one Dreepy. I want the full line. We'll see. Yeah, it also depends if I want to do any date skipping to try to get a good outbreak or whatever the case may be. We bring them in the lead. Makes sense. Noddle. Yeah, we've had good shiny luck recently. I've been very pleasantly happy. Anything on you? I think we have a Fire Rough. I was like, what do we have for fighter or for fighting types? If not, I'm pretty sure Iron Moth also has Moonblast. Recapult. Okay, this could go good or bad. We'll find out as we go. So we'll figure it out. See how this goes. Yippee! Oh, and then just because I may as well say it, today's Easter, which is why we're going to be shiny hunting Pokemon that have absolutely nothing to do with Easter. That's really it. That's the gag. That's my joke for the day. I don't make any more funnies. I don't believe in making any more funnies. Alright, with the Drain Punch, we can in fact hit it, thankfully. Yeah, we did get that extra bit of healing from life too, which is quite nice. And now we go for Play Rough. You like your Dragon Pulses. That didn't actually do that much. Oh, poo-poo butt. Didn't even consider that. I mean, I guess that's on me, but like, still. Sheesh. Reflect? What is this Dragapult? Why is it designed to only counter me? If it goes poorly, we can just switch over to I'm gonna do a second attempt with Iron Moth. Okay. Oh, I guess we're Drain Punching. pretty good damage, all things considered, so... You know, I cannot complain. Negative effects from itself does not really affect me. Can I go back to play that thing? There we go. Watch us just like immediately miss. I wouldn't even be surprised. I think Drain Punch is doing well. There goes that. Okay. Maybe I should have Drain Punched first, but it's fine. And Dazzling Gleam. How much health is this gonna leave us at? Let's do the in-game here heal thing before we go for a Drain Punch, just to make sure we're doing pretty well for ourselves. That should be enough to. That should be enough wiggle room, I'm pretty sure. Alright, Drain Punch, Okay. That should be fine at this point. Player F will do more anyway. Doesn't affect us. Yeah, I know pretty recently we fought a 6-star Dracopult, and we did beat it and catch it because we traded over the one that we had in this game to Scarlet because it was an exclusive. Okay, Dracopult fainted. Cool. Dracopult disappeared. Sweet Herb Mystica! Let's go! Nice. We take them. Yeah, we need more spicy. We have like a shitload of salty. For encounter things. Okay. Let's see. Where's a good place to go? I figure I'll just check a couple of these out. Okay. Yeah, so I don't think I want to go too much into Terror Raids tonight. I mean, we have quite a few Herba Mystica. A lot of it is just a matter of Googling how to turn certain things into encounter powers for certain types, which, you know, I've been adverse to for no reason. But we'll see what happens. Okay. Whee! Who? Okay, that was a bigger. I thought it was gonna be like Scatterbug. No, that's just a big guy. I just missed it entirely. It didn't play the runaway animation noise immediately, so I thought I failed to run away. Which I was like, what? But no, we're good. Tried to throw me off my game a little, making sure I'm paying attention still. Okay, we can Iron Head this. Oh, this could have if this thing has Moxie, we might just pass on it. We'll see though. Unfortunately, Drain Punch is resisted here, but hopefully, it should be fine. That's right, I just realized, yeah, I could go back to doing that, the gear list. I'll probably hold off for now. Belly drum. Oh wait, let me drain punch it first. Twister? Yeah, I think we've been getting life use from Gardevoir. Although I think that's just gonna fully heal us, so you know how it be. And we go for some Iron Heads. Pretty damn good damage. Don't mind if I do. Just taunt me? Okay, hopefully it doesn't lower our stats again. Otherwise, that would be a wee bit unfortunate. Removing negative effects from itself is totally fine by me. Doesn't have an impact. Okay, you lowered Gardevoir's speed. Crunch. Oh no. So scary. Okay, Dragon Dance is a little mildly concerning, but it really has not been doing much damage, so I don't think I'm that concerned. Terra. Get that extra bit of damage in. As well. See how that shakes out. Okay, this should be nice and painless, hopefully. Rain Dance doesn't really affect us. Yep. Oh yeah, we just badonk that thing. I'm never gonna say it like that again. It's what I would say. I was never gonna say it like that again. I can't make any promises though. Nope, no Herba Mysticas, womp womp. That's just how it goes sometimes. Okay, excuse me. Go up, thank you. Okay, there was one up here. Also just want to make sure I was looking at the Pokemon. And we found our fair share of just complete random encounter shinies, so. Okay, I think that's good for that. Actually, we can go take a look at the fairy one, that's not too far away. I'm gonna completely ignore the Viper Outbreak, we already have one in this game that we got while trying to just find where Gulpin spawned, so. Don't really have a need for any more. Plus we got the one in Scarlet that we got from the Outbreak event. Cool. Is there like just like another chunk of them? I mean, this area is kind of appealing, to be honest. Let's see if anything here is of interest. Yeah. I just gotta get to him. It's really hard. If I'm yawning, that is something. What? Gumshoe. Will there be anything of actual note? My prediction is no. Actually, I was gonna say, this is kind of just leading us on a path right to where we'd go for Gulpin. Maybe we should just do that next. Like it's just sort of lining itself up perfectly. And as I said, I didn't want to do too many Terror Raids, and I know if I don't kind of put like a cap to how long I do it for, I'm just gonna keep doing it and doing it and doing it. Mantis, there's one more over this way, I saw. I mean, I could always go do, Terror Raids, too, before we call it good for the night. I don't have to necessarily always do them at the start of the stream. I just get tempted to do them at the start of the stream. I think it just works out, focus-wise, nicely. For me, personally, but, yeah. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna do Encounter Power Poison, too, and not a Sparkling Power. Just to see how that goes. Yeah, we just need one shiny Gulpin, so. Okay, well, I might as well check out this one over here too. And this is just in the same areas where we'd be shiny hunting anyway. Yeah. And the odds are back again. I'm gonna be annoying! Ah! Not lacking sleep. I slept in quite late. Anyway, let's do a save. Let me find what exactly our Encounter Power Poison 2 thing is. What just happened? Oh, okay. Apparently I'm on too much of a slope. My bad. Womp womp. Poison 2, we got the number 50. The Ultra Noodle Sandwich. Yeah, I think we did this one yesterday. It wasn't too bad. Poison 2? Yeah. We gotta buy more picks soon. We might actually want to buy more ingredients sooner rather than later as well, just to be safe. Okay, let's try putting the lettuce on first. Then I put the lettuce on last time, and that made me nervous. Although, granted, the way things are wobbling is not super comforting. Oh my god, that was such a bad placement on my part. I dropped that just a tad too early. But it worked out, so should be good enough. Okay. Ultra Noodle Sandwich. Oh. Probably put Breloom in the lead real quick. Other than that, we should be good to start walking around. Okay, so yeah, we're just looking for a shiny Gulpin. They will be more blue. I mean, they're not like the world's easiest shiny to spot, but they're definitely not like hard to notice. Man, the nice thing about using Encounter Power and not Sparkling Power is if we catch it before the timer runs out, it's not like we need to scramble to go do another encounter. I mean, I might go take a look at a few places just to see what's available. Future knowledge, if it even happens, we'll see. I mean, there's also the chance that we just straight up don't find a shiny, which, I mean, to be fair, without the Sparkling Power is fairly feasible if we're being real. We've had generally pretty good luck with Encounter 2 only. That's how we got like half of the Paradox Mons. The shinies, so. We'll see how it goes. Oh, yeah. Let's just sort of see what's going on here. Any funny little globs? Maybe is that a mean way to put it? I meant it in like a goofy kind of way. Oops. Yeah, yep, I'm looking, alright. I got distracted. I was thinking, because I was just briefly seeing, I suddenly just check out of curiosity what live streams are occurring at the same time. Just interesting to see what other people are playing or streaming. Sometimes it's from followers, sometimes it's just like what Twitch recommends me. And I guess somebody said it was like WrestleMania 41 or something, which I guess might be tonight, which is funny because I know my girlfriend mentioned something about wrestling briefly. I guess in my general friend group chat, apparently they've been saying a few spoilers. So I now have to avoid that like the plague. Even though I'm so behind, like I haven't even watched WrestleMania 40. That's something I gotta catch up with. It's been on the to-do list. It just hasn't been done. So, yeah, I'm like a year and a half, probably closer to 2 years behind. For a while, I was doing really good, like a year ago, with catching up with stuff that I had missed, and then I either burnt myself out, or I think I just kind of got distracted with something else, and we never finished the one pay-per-view or the premium live event that we were on, which was like what, Night of Champions 2023. So, which was what, a couple months after Mania, I think. Hell, it might have only been 1 month after Mania. Of 39. Mania of 39, that's one way to put it. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, I definitely could just go through and watch the event matches and not worry about anything, but I do kind of like to watch the actual, like, episodes of the show. Just because, I don't know, a big part of wrestling is the stories, and I feel like you miss out on an important part of it without the weekly episodes. Not that you have to watch them, but getting the actual context is nice. Hopefully Bridget and I can get back to that. We've been sort of bringing it up, getting back to it. Because I'm the only one who watches like the weekly episodes. She just watches the events. But we kind of have to watch the one match together. The one main event before I can move on, so. What ended up being, what we thought was just going to be like a brief distraction. I don't even remember what it was. I don't know, probably like a Star Wars show or something came out. But even that's not like the full, amount of time we have to watch this. I don't even know what happened. So. Although it's just a lot of content. I mean, like, 'cause some of it I can kind of watch while working. Because I have the double monitor setup. I mean, I just watch a lot of YouTube, for example, when I'm working. I'm not going to see everything. I can't just sit there and watch all the matches on SmackDown and Raw. But I don't know. It's hard to know how to go about it because it's just a big commitment to try to watch it all. So I don't know. It probably feels like a big daunting commitment, so it's hard to get back into it. Because what? I mean, there's eight episodes roughly between each pay-per-view, and if there's 12 pay-per-views a year, premium live events, whatever. they're not pay-per-view anymore, but I've been watching wrestling since that's when it was called. On and off, that is, but yeah, it's just like there's that, and then it's that for what might be close to 24 months. And if each, I think what Raw's like 2 hours and SmackDown's like an hour and a half or something worth of stuff that gets uploaded to the streaming service. It's just like a whole heap of things. And now what? Raw's on Netflix while SmackDown, the pay-per-views are on Peacock. It's just a lot. So I don't know. Maybe I'll bring it up as a viewing option for Bridget when she comes over tomorrow. Otherwise, we probably won't get the chance until next weekend. Well, it is a time to make me happy that I have not been using Reddit like at all. I mean, that was the only other social media besides YouTube I would really, and I guess Twitch if you want to call that social media, that I would really use ever. So I'm kind of glad because a lot of times the bigger pay-per-views end up on the front page, and you see. It's like I know the 2025, I think it's the 2025 Royal Rumble main event, or like besides the Royal Rumble match itself. Like I know what it is, which is a bit unfortunate. I mean, I found out spoilers a little bit from last year's WrestleMania because I just couldn't avoid it. It just like I'm not even following any wrestling subreddits or whatever. It just happened to come up on different subreddits. It's like, oh cool, thanks guys. So I know who won the main event of last year. Which, just knowing what the main event was is enough for me to feel spoiled. But I know even less about what happens this year, which is kind of nice. Because I mean, too, just knowing the main event of something like that, like, there's a lot I can infer from it. Just knowing how wrestling storylines work. Not necessarily that I'm right, but, you know. Just takes away a lot of the surprise, which I think is a big part of what makes wrestling so entertaining to watch, is like the element of surprise that comes with it all the time. So. Yeah, I will have to, but yeah, I mean, not using Reddit's been fairly nice. I mean, the one problem is it's kind of where I would get a lot of my news from. And unless I'm just following, like, a specific news site, which, I mean, I do like the aggregate nature of Reddit. You know, you don't just get a source from one source. It's not like I'm just following one newspaper. That way you don't get too caught up in, you know, very specific viewpoints. Not that every news source is, like, at least trying to be politically biased. I mean, there's some that are, there's some that aren't. But getting multiple perspectives is just typically good. Multiple coverages, because, you know, they have similar information, it's more likely to be correct. Or the same information. I mean, depends on the situation, but. But then again, just seeing the news constantly is just depressing as fuck. Between the political news and just, like, shitty things that have, oh, here's another celebrity that died, oh, here's, you know, here's a mass shooting, here's a, you know, it's just a lot of that shit. So. Politics be like that. Not even just politics. I mean, politics is a big part of, I think, the depressing part. But it's not the only thing. That's a whole other giant can of worms. This is the way, yeah, like news is reported, at least in the United States. But I mean, it's just like, more often than not, new things that are news are just are less likely, I think, to be positive, it feels like. Because, you know, things that are positive are usually just things done by individuals, which, granted, also, I mean, part of it, too, is just general social media. I think, you know, posts that spark more discussion, whether that's good discussion, bad discussion, you know, high quality, happy, negative, anything of that nature, just tends to do better. Tiny! Let me save. Let's go! That wasn't too bad at all. How long was that? 13 minutes. Nice. Blue Gulpin! As opposed to I guess a green Gulpin. Woozy woozy time! Look at the little feller. I mean, I may as well make the use of this encounter power too a little bit, just run around somewhere else. Yeah, we got both these Gulpins pretty fast into the encounter powers. It's quite nice. I think the last one I caught in a dive ball, if I'm not mistaken. Question is, do I also catch this one in a dive ball, or do I go for like a great ball? I could do dive ball, it's just kind of interesting. So I think Swallow is even like a more intense blue. Did I catch it in a dive ball? I think I caught it in a dive ball over a great ball, because there's not really any red on it. Let's catch you in a great ball. I think it should be a dive ball and a great ball. Worst case, it's 2 great balls. So. Okay, Gulpin Mucus. Cool. So yeah, I'll take photos of this in a few moments, whenever the stuff runs out. But yeah, that's our second shiny Gulpin. So that's that line covered. Yeah, I think the next thing I care the most about will be the Droopy line. But we have a moment here with Poison. I don't know, there's no reason to do an actual... Or to do a, whatchamacallit? There's no reason to do, like, a Outbreak. Because we don't have an actual sparkling power boost. So... Ooh! Okay, let's see this area. How good is this area for Glimmet? Oh, there's probably Salandit here. Yeah. Yeah, like, Glimmet would be a cool shiny to go for. Okay, this is, like, primarily Salandit. I guess I would have to do Rock. There might be other Rock types, too, though. Okay, the fact that I'm not seeing any Glimmet is kind of weird. Unless it's time of day related, then I don't know it. Well, I guess the next best area that I can think of off the top of my head is the Great Crater. Yeah, I do have a shiny Salandit and Scarlet, although it's a male. And if I'm gonna go for Salazzle, I'm just significantly better off going for a Salazzle Outbreak, because they do happen sometimes. There's a Glimmet. And we might be better off with the Great Crater. I mean, there is an area by Medali that is good for Ungus. That was the only other thing. But I kind of want to know where the best place to get Glimmet or Glimora is. Kind of, once again, yeah, we're rocking Poison type. I'll take a quick peek over this way. There's also, like, Quillfish. Funny enough, I completely whiffed on that item. Which is a pretty nice shiny. Like the pink color. I think it's like a bright pink too. Vicky Berry. I think we're doing okay generally on Pokeballs, but wouldn't hurt to go look for more at some point. Yeah, the one, like, I want shiny Fungus, but yeah, they're kind of hard to look for. Oh, Shroodle here. Wow. Yeah, I feel like due to the nature of Fungus, probably better to go for an Outbreak. Not that I have to, it just I think would be a little on the easier side. Also, I'm not really convinced this area is that good for... oh yeah, given there's also Shroodle and shit. I don't know if grass would work that well either. Yeah, it's really, because of the way you have to look for them, and like you can't really look for other shinies. I mean, it's fine. Yeah, because it's like Shroodle. It's like I think the most obvious way to tell is its eyes. So just makes things kind of tricky. Yeah, well, let's go take a look at the Great Crater. I'm kind of curious. If we go to like the deep part of it, how good is that for it? And also, how likely are we to find another shiny Venomoth? Tried to do that one-handed. Did not work. Did not work at all. Excuse me. Oh, Venomoth, yeah. Oh yeah, Iron Moth too is the other one. Why am I checking Iron Moths? I mean, another shiny wouldn't hurt, but it's not like I need it. Also, yeah, this is way too much risk of getting... I mean, the shiny Venomoth, not that this would be the spot we even look for anything else, but... For anything that spawns on the rocky area that's poison? Just Venomoth near it, apparently. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Glamora is best in the actual, like, crater. I'll go through the entrance route here. I'm just curious. Oh, crap. Okay, I'm really just playing this risky. I'm just asking for a 4th shiny Venomoth. Which, to be fair, would be very funny. So, like, you know. Sometimes you gotta do what's humorous. Even if it would ultimately be painful. So they should be in here. I don't know if there's any other poison types. I don't know what the likelihood is of me finding Glamora versus Glimmet. I guess Glamora is the more interesting one, but Glimmet would be the one that... I mean, I'd rather get the pre-evolution because it makes it easier to hunt down. Then I could do Glimmet or Glamora, as opposed to trying to seek out one of them, or trying to seek out only Glimmet. It just gives a lot more flexibility. Yeah, I think the lowest area is probably going to be the best, because like nothing else spawns there for the most part. Like there's a lot less things that spawn over there, which on top of the encounter power 2 means it's going to be basically only them. You know, I think shiny Glamora would be pretty easy to spot. Glimmet a little less so. Although, I mean, if they all end up next to each other like that, shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, and then in terms of shiny Dracopult, I was initially thinking of doing Lake Casseroya to hunt for them with the ghost power. I could do it here. I don't think there's any other ghost types that spawn. I mean, I'd have to test it, but... Let's see. I don't hey, a lot of poison types I lose. I mean, you know, the more Pokemon you can see, just generally the more likely you are to find a shiny. But I mean, that's the whole basis for Scarlet and Violet shiny hunting. The goal is just to see as many Pokemon as you can, as quick as you can. You know, and as many of the target Pokemon as you can, obviously. Alright, cause then you know, get the wrong one. Ah! Excuse me, jeez Louise! Arr, matey, I be yawning. I be a sleepy one. The limit, Glamora. Yeah, I'm just kind of running with how this all shakes out. Yeah, I do have to quite intensely look at the limits. See, I think if I go in the water around here, it should pretty much just be Glamora, right? And Glimmets? I think there's a better spot in the back for it, but it should be the primary spawn. There might be something else that can spawn down here, but I'm really not sure. I mean, it might literally only be Glimmet and Glamora. I know in Scarlet you can find Fluttermane, but we're not in Scarlet. So, I mean, I'm trying to find a spot that's like just water. And I'm confident if I see a Glamora, I'll instantly know it's shiny. The Glimmet is what scares me. But it seems like Glamora is almost more common. Sound effects. Oh, okay, so these guys can also spawn down here. Maybe this would actually be a better place to hunt for them than, This is definitely probably a better place to look for them than Lake Castleroy, especially because we only have the Dreepy. So if we found, like, a Dracloak instead, it really wouldn't be a big deal. Like, why can Dugtrio spawn there? What? I mean, even if we don't do this encounter power method, like, you know, via the encounter power. I mean, literally the only downside is we have to, like, run down here. Which takes, like, 2 minutes, but... And we can't make something down here, so we're wasting 2 minutes by default. But... I mean, if it's, like, really consistent... then it doesn't matter. Consistency is more important. For a sec, with the way the one Glamora was lit, I thought it was shiny, but just the lighting. Like the very back of it is like the light blue, which is what the shiny looks like. Gotta make sure I'm not paying attention to the ones in the walls. Or like that, attached to the walls. Because those can get ya. It is a completely optional hunt I'm doing, because, I mean, what the heck, yawns? Because, yeah, I mean, the main goal is the exclusives. I guess Iron Jugulus can spawn down here, too. That makes sense. So, I mean, these don't help with the exclusives. But I still got the encounter power poison, too. May as well just use it for shits and giggles. Pretty much. How long do we have on that? Oh, we only have 3 minutes. I thought we had more than that. I thought it was going to be closer to 10, to be honest. I mean, we'll always save before we use we make the Herba Mystica shit anyway. We could try Lake Casseroy, and if it doesn't work very well, we come down here. I mean, either works. So, I could just occasionally something that is not floating spawns down here in the water. For seemingly no reason. It's kind of funny. Got a few minutes to get lucky. I mean, you know, the same luck to find the shiny with or without the sandwich. It's just not the same luck to find Glimora or Glimmet without the shiny sandwich, or without the encounter sandwich, so. Yeah, while Iron Jugulus is a nice shiny, I don't really need a second one. Granted, I could just give it to my girlfriend, but you know, the point still stands. Wouldn't be surprised if some of those Glimmet spawn in the wall. Yeah, I'm curious when the encounter part runs out. More just out of pure curiosity, how many Pokemon that are not Glimmet and Glimora spawn versus Glimmet? Because I still think Glimmet and Glimora are the most likely to spawn in this area. But yeah, I'm sure we'd get more Iron Juguluses and creepy Direct Cloaks. I have to play a game called Can I Actually Figure Out when the encounter power runs out? Somehow I would not be surprised if the answer was no. Oh, yeah, so if we don't get it here, that's completely fine. It's not really a major goal of ours. I'll just have to go for one eventually in Scarlet. Or Violet if we have a bunch of leftover Herba Mystica. Depends on the scenario. But these guys like to spawn behind me a lot more than some of the other Pokemon in areas. Ah, we're back to yawning. Ah. Whew. It's sleepy. I did have a slightly busier day with doing all that. I had some family come over. I had to walk up and down the stairs a bunch to move things. It took physical effort. Something I struggle with. No. I'm kidding, only a little bit. I mean, I am a gamer. Would I really be a gamer if I didn't struggle with physical activity? I haven't seen more Dreepy and Dracula. Could be coincidence, though. I'm guessing it's run out. Yeah, okay. I mean, I could literally just run around here and see what I happen to find first. Because it doesn't seem like that many Iron Juguluses spawn over here. I'm unlikely for that to... It's unlikely for that to be the shiny I would stumble into. But you never know. So... But I think we're better off moving up to the surface. I mean, it is still mainly Glamora. Oh, there are some Iron Juguluses. Okay, well that's odd. Yeah, there's just the occasional thing spawning in the water that doesn't make any sense. Or at least is very like an inconsistent spawn. Not that Pokemon can't go into ankle-high water. It's just they don't really spawn much here. I mean, I guess this is a semi-interesting way to go about hunting these guys. I mean, with Scarlet, we have the ability to get the Sparkling Power 1 sandwiches from the school. We could theoretically do that and come down here and look for Fluttermane shiny as well as like a Glimmit Glamora. I mean, I don't know how big of a difference it is for Sparkling 1 versus Sparkling 3. But I don't know, it seems like it would just be fun to run around with the Sparkling 1 sandwich and just kind of see what we stumble into. We have no control over what types of Pokemon we're encountering. You know, it's literally just whatever spawns in the area that I choose to look in, but it was still kind of interesting. Okay, I should probably dip out of here. I think we should probably... Excuse me. Start doing a dreepy hunt. Man, I'm a sleepy hunt. God damn. All of a second I'd be snoozing. Cruising for a snoozing. Yeehaw. Glamora. I guess we're still doing this apparently. I guess I'm just enjoying myself. It's kind of easy to just be like, yeah, I'll just keep going. I mean, the odds is the same to just find a shiny, or the odds are the same to find a shiny as they were when I had the sandwich up, so it doesn't really feel like a big deal to keep looking. Okay, we should probably actually go do our main goal here. And we'll keep the ghost encounter down here in mind in case we want to use that for Dreepy. See, I think we're gonna go about like around this part of Lake Casaroya. I don't know if the outbreak there is gonna mess anything up. It probably won't, but I guess it theoretically could. Let's also get a couple quick photos with Gulpin. Yeah. We did take a look at it yesterday, so I mean it's not gonna, we don't need to look at it that much here today, but I think this place looks a little prettier. Just so we're not getting the exact same background as yesterday. Yeah, we did catch it in a dive ball. Cool. Hello there, Gulpin number 2. One of you will become a Schwalot. Oh wait, you need to be washed. I think I actually visibly see like dirt on it. I feel like that was something that supposedly could happen, but I never noticed it much. Huh. This is such a goofy. Gulpin is very cute and just goofy in general. I do got a soft space in my heart for us. That's why we prioritized it a bit. Pleasure to have you. It's a pleasure to have you here, buddy. Okay, now I'm actually curious. If we do wash it, We wash it here? Does that clean up? I swear it has dirt on it. Am I? Hang on. Okay, now I'm curious. This is, yeah, just genuine curiosity here. Okay, you look clean now. Well, there you go. You're nice and clean now. I hope you don't mind. Yeah, you're happy. Huh. That is interesting. I guess I'd have to keep looking at my Pokemon. I don't know, I wonder how easy it is to see dirt on some of the Pokemon versus other ones. Now I'm just curious. Not what I'm trying to do here, I'm just intrigued. Like, do you have anything that looks like dirt on you? Not really. Even though you've been active on the battlefield a lot. You're a goofy feller. Aww, look at him sleep. That's very goofy. Hey, you got the hops? Nah. Okay. Let me do a save. I'll go into the pit and I'm gonna take a quick BRB break and then we'll see about doing the Treepy hunt. Okay. 1 second, I'll be right back. I can hide. Quick second. I am realizing I don't really have a backup for if I find 2 shiny Dreepy, because we're gonna be doing a ghost encounter power. Which I don't really know where other ghosts spawn, and a lot of them are night only. So real quick, let me take a look at the decks. Is there anything I could think of that I could really use at any time of day this for? If not, I guess I could go Dragon, actually. And just do the Great Crater. Because this area we can't do Dragon because there's also, yeah, the Gumi line and then Tatsugiri. I'm pretty sure you're a night-only spawn. Unfortunately, yeah, you spawn in a lot of areas. But only at night. You're an exclusive to this game. Not what I'm prioritizing, but I'm pretty sure you're going to be night-only. Oh, that's right. You're a Scarlet exclusive, aren't you? A lot of these aren't even that, not that intriguing, because a lot of these I have in, Legends Arceus. I mean, unless I do Misdreavus first, because it's night at the moment. Like, do you appear in the... No, you don't appear in, like, the cave by Alfrenada. You do. You might have... Maybe you don't. No, you probably appear outside. You appear in caves, though. Spiritomb is not really a static encounter in a few spots. It's not like a wandering Pokemon. Oh, I could go Greavard, actually. A little annoying to go for, but we could very much do that, actually. Or Sandygast. I didn't think about Sandygast. Okay. Now we have a couple options, then. The other thing would be... I guess Misdreavus should be the higher priority one. Where would I go for it if I happen to get in at still nighttime? Yeah, Bramblin too, and Sinistea. Okay, there's actually a lot of things that work. I just had to figure it out. Where are they? Where'd they go? Like, where would I look for you? Okay. How did I spawn in the desert? That's probably not a great place, though. I could go... I think I'd go... the place in the neighborhood. I know where I'm going. I'd... Like, southwest of, major town. Anyway, ingredient types! So we're going for ghost. We're going to want a red onion. The most ghostiest of foods. And now we need salty plus spicy. Okay, yeah, we have a lot of spicy. We only have one more salty after this, but that's okay. We could either hunt it down or just learn how to make shit. Oh, because we're going ghost type, I should quickly move Golduck to the front of the party. So we can soak Droopy. So that we can make it a water type, so I can throw balls easier. And I'm guessing we're just gonna catch him in Ultra Balls, to be honest. I guess I don't know which one I'm gonna turn to Dracopult. Which may affect the ball color slightly, but we'll run with it. Okay, a Tasty Wreck original. So this should, unless I fuck something up here and I'm wrong. Oh, Misdreavus spawns here too. That's actually fine. It's night. You know what, if we happen to find Misdreavus, I'm not gonna complain. It's not really what we're looking for. It's not a higher priority, but I'm like, because it's exclusive, if we wanted one, we couldn't go for it in... Oh, wait, I think that's only, like, part of this area, though. It's such a Mismagius. That's... I mean, it'd be cool to find a Mismagius just vibing. Okay, I should stop looking for hidden items. Why am I seeing Halucha? Oh... But yeah, because everything else that is exclusive to this game, I think we can find them in outbreaks. So the one nice thing about the Mischievouses is they're very easy to see quickly if they're shiny. Creepy, on the other hand, nowhere near as much. Backlook isn't too bad, but Creepy I have to like get like a top-down view. I mean, I think it'll be obvious when I see them, but you know. Yeah, I guess the downside too is this area is kind of not like laggy, but the frame rate is definitely not good. And the fact that they kind of fade in and out sometimes is not good either. But we'll see how it shakes out. And yeah, given we only have the Dreepy, don't really care if we get the Dracloak. I mean, the Dracloak would make my life easier just because I'd see it easier. Oh yeah, we gotta be careful of the Tatsugiri outbreak. I don't want that interrupting our spawns. Oh my god, I don't like that they fade in and out like that. Yeah, these spawn-ins seem kind of slow. I don't know if the area or the Pokemon I'm choosing to spawn in or what. But the Hawlucha. To be fair, yeah, I kind of just winged it with where I was doing this. So probably not like the world's most optimal place to hunt. And our asses, that's a flower. Okay, we got time to find this. I'm sure we'll at least find one, to be honest. I mean, ideally we find two, given we're using the Sparkling Power, which I've been avoiding using. Partially because I wasn't sure how many resources we'd have. And partially because I was still finding them at a pretty quick rate. That it didn't really matter to me that I was finding them, that I, was finding them slightly less slow. So, what's it just doing with the 2 Dracloak spawns? Yeah, I think the Mischievous, Mismagius spawns are a little more limited. Where they can and cannot spawn, which, I mean, is fine. It leads to more Dreepy, which is the main goal here. The Mischievous is just a nice bonus. Granted, yeah, the fact that they are limited to nighttime only spawns means that if I do decide to try to get them shiny, it's just going to be a pain. But as I've said 6,500 times, I mean, I already have the entire line in Legends Arceus, so it's just not a particularly high priority for me. Even if they are both pretty nice shinies. Yeah, it's definitely a more annoying trying to hunt down. Just because I probably don't even need to really get a good... Like, I think because they're going to be all next to each other, I think I'll be able to see the shiny without, like, a huge amount of trouble. But until I at least find one like this, I'm going to be a little paranoid. If I find one, I see it and I go, oh yeah, that's super obvious, then who cares, but... Just... Oh, you spawn over here? I mean, if I find a shiny one of you, I'm not complaining. I guess it makes sense that it spawns at, like, the ruins. Okay, everything spawned over here, apparently. Yeah, the bits of lag here do not help. Just the noise. I'm easily amused. Okay. You know, this is a very Easter-themed Pokemon, given today is, in fact, Easter. You know, I was like, you know, it's the Easter dragon. Is that, everyone knows that one, right? Easter dragon. Real guys, I swear. Takes me, for some reason, stupidly long to process when I'm looking at a Misdreavus Mismagius and not Draclope. I like pause for a second, go to like look at its head again, and I'm like, no, you don't need to do that. It's very obvious that that is not. Here, look. Okay, that was a flap. Anyway. So far not great here, but I mean, you know. I feel like we've had pretty damn good luck just in general with shinies, on top of the sparkling power sandwiches, so maybe a little spoiled. I think a lot of this is just like the spawn-ins seem to be a little bit slower, and I don't know if it's because of the lag or the area or what. Like, I definitely could try elsewhere if I really wanted to. I mean, we'll see. Like, yeah, a lot of times I feel like I'm not seeing anywhere near the 15 spawn cap. To be honest, I think it might just be the area. I think it's a bit slow on the load. It's weird how there's sometimes like two Dracloak in groups. For seemingly no reason. They like spawning behind me. You know what? Dumb idea. Can we try... What if we do like a giant circle here? Does that... That's giving me Tropius. Unless it's a static Tropius, but... Like, is there some way that I can better keep everything in front of me, I guess? I feel like I'm missing spawns. Because they're not really, like, all spawning and actively in front of me, it feels like. I mean, it's plausible this is just not a... I feel like I already looked at those. Good spot. I mean, I think the lag... Okay, so like, doesn't help, I think. I was thinking this area was going to be a little less lag, and I mean, it's nowhere near as bad as, like, the middle of Castlereagh Lake, but I think when you're trying to see as much as you can quickly, it becomes more apparent. to just like keep like stopping and like 360ing to spot them all. It's not like the way I want to go about this, ideally. It seriously slows down the amount of encounters I see. Some idea for a way to try to make this easier is if I go in a more narrow area. Okay, there's just nothing right now. They really like spawning behind me. Like, I'm debating if I just reset and try somewhere else. But, I mean, I don't know. So I can always just not save before I go to catch one or after I catch one if I want to try to guarantee I get two guys out of the Herba Mysticas. Which, I mean, would be nice. But I mean, one's enough. I mean, if I get 0, I'm obviously resetting. I don't want to waste the Herba Mysticas. Oh, yeah! It's so weird that I have to like keep like turning around to spot all of them. I think I'm just not seeing a lot of the spawns. I'm starting to think the Great Crater would just be significantly more efficient. Not that I've really gotten it tested, but, you know. Given how inefficient things here have felt. Rain. I don't think that's gonna affect the spawns, but I guess it could. Let's see. Okay, I think that Fletchender is a bit of a static one. Hello, Drippy! Little silly Drippy! With little silly Drippy colors! I face when the encounter power 2 without the sparkling sandwich goes better. Man, I'd be sleepy. It's that time of day. I haven't even eaten recently. Like a lot of times when I get sleepy around this time, or when I'm streaming, it's because I just ate. I haven't eaten in like 3 hours. So I guess my body is just maybe my circadian rhythm is so off. Because instead of going to bed when my body's tired, I stream. Then again, but a lot of times I'm getting tired at like 7 or 8, which that's a little too early to go to bed. I need some nighttime time. Yeah, I mean, this is really the only time I could feasibly see myself streaming and just gaming, really. But, you know. Because, yeah, I guess, I don't know, maybe by the time that I'm wrapping up stream, I'm then awake more. Who knows, maybe one day I'll have to go to sleep early and see if it changes my life for the better. I mean, yeah, I know a lot of people say, yeah, like, getting up early is much better for productivity. But that requires you to go to bed early, usually. Which I'm bad at. That's it, that's the entire start and end of that thought. We're streaming for almost an hour and a half. Does not feel like it's been that long. But that's just how it be sometimes. Dream be flying by. Yeah, not very good luck here. Rain stop? Hey, that's at least nice. Something behind me, I thought. Might have been something that I already looked at, though. Oof. I'm much of a tense stare in here. Woo. Yeah, it's definitely a more eye-straining kind of shiny. Gulpin was a bit less, so just because of the size of the Pokemon and the visibility of the shiny. How much time we got? Yeah, we've been going for quite a while with no luck. As I was saying, yeah, it does feel like they don't seem to be spawning very efficiently, which is a huge part of what goes into how fast you find a shiny. Maybe I gotta like reverse psychology it and be like, yeah, I don't really want a shiny Dreepy actually. I mean, I just wanna look at all the normal Dreepy. No shinies for me, please and thank you. I only want regular Dreepy. Is it working? Do you think the game's falling for it? Oh, Dracolog? Kind of odd. No, there's another bunch. I feel like I really do have to go quite far to like keep finding other groups of them. I don't know, maybe it is sort of the space in the sense of like it's wide enough that it's hard to see all of them, but it's not wide enough to really do like clean like circles in an area where it works nicely. And I said that kind of poorly, but I'm sure the idea that I'm trying to say makes a minutia of sense. It's starting to become light out, so we probably won't be seeing much more Misdreavus. Miss Magius, but that's fine. To find a group of them. Oh boy. Ah. Yeah, it does feel like just sometimes stopping is the unfortunate way to go. It's like stopping and turning around. They just like spawning in inconveniencing spots. Either that or I'm just routing this piss poorly. Could be that. I mean, as I said, I didn't really have a huge plan coming into this. I just figured it would work. It hasn't yet. Granted, you know, I mean, there's the RNG element to it all, so not inherently like, me not finding one is not inherently a, you know, insult to my abilities. Ah! And even if it was, like, what a lame thing to insult. You're like, oh yeah, you're bad at creating routes for finding shinies. You idiot bozo head. Debating what I want to call the reset. If like it doesn't necessarily have to be before, like after it ends. At some point, it might just, you know, the chances of me finding multiple end up being so low that it's not worth continuing. And I mean, if possible, I'd like to get 2 from the shiny sandwich. We've had an average of about 2 per sparkling level 3 power. You know, and the more shinies I get per Herba Mystica, the better. Given, you know, well, not necessarily that hard to get. The Herba Mystica's can be quite inconsistent and a wee bit tedious at times to go for. So, especially if I'm trying to get that a very specific combination, because I don't want to Google how to guarantee encounter powers while using different Herba Mystica combinations. I'm annoying and stubborn. I don't know why I'm laughing, because it very much just negatively affects me. Oh boy. If I had the reset, I would have to take like a 20-second power nap. He was like, oh, you want to reset? Now I'll give you the shiny. You want your power nap? 20-second power nap? Fool! Yeah, I don't think we've, like, missed a shiny. I mean, I guess there could be one that would spawn, like, behind me, given a lot of these guys do seem to spawn behind me, but I don't think I'd see a shiny, like, be looking at a shiny and, yeah, not recognize it, because, like, in this case, I recognized it. Okay, there's a shiny Dreepy. We take him. We're gonna hit him with a soak. I don't think this thing can do recoil to itself. I hope not. How you doing, little feller? Yeah, you're a goofy one. But yeah, this allows us to nice and easily false swipe it. So. Yeah, I think I was doing the Ultra Ball before. I could try, like, the Great Ball, honestly. Like, it definitely can work. It's got, like, the bluish head and then the red on it. Could work. For it. Yeah, we've seen, what, 2 moves? Infestation and Bite. But, you know, so that was actually quite easy to notice. I mean, I think it being day may make it a little easier to spot, but I think I could spot it good enough. Yeah, let's go with a Great Ball, I think, here. That's what my vibe check is telling me. Whatever that means. Hey, let's go. We got Dreepy number 2. Cool, cool. How much time we got left? 3 minutes? 4 minutes? I mean, there's a chance we find another one. I was debating it. I didn't save initially in front of it because I wasn't sure if I wanted to reset or not. I probably won't. It seems kind of unnecessary. Bro, where are they? I can always just do an encounter 2-1 if I'm really concerned about it. Or I could just Google how to do the damn encounter things and not overthink it. One or the other. Or maybe we'll just get, you know, be goated and just find a second one immediately, you know? Goated with the sauce. Second Dreepy popping up. Shiny. I don't know how the fucking song goes. I tried. I probably don't even really need to be stopping to look at these guys. Okay, that's a Caparaja. I probably don't even need to be stopping that much to look at these guys. I'm just doing it as a better be safe precaution. Because, yeah, I mean, now that I saw it, I'm pretty confident I would notice the shiny one. Not 100%, but confident enough. But, I mean, I think the game should test me to see if I would notice it. Just to be safe. You know, just to see how good I am at spotting shiny Dreepy. Let's test it, game. Okay, so this is where you spawn the shiny Dreepy in, and I'll see if I spot it. Yeah, or just don't spawn anything, and it works too, I guess. No. I'm pretty sure I can also spot a shiny Dracloak. But there's no way to know unless the game spawns one in. I'm trying. This isn't even like a reverse psychology thing. This is just downright me trying to trick the game. Trying to entice it, you know? I don't know, I'll pay you $50 game if you give me the shiny. As if the game knows how to use... I guess I would have already... Well, I didn't buy Violet. I actually got it from the library for free. You know what? If I find a shiny Dream before the sandwiches, I'll go buy a copy of Violet. Off the Pokemon Center store. You know, we'll go with that. That'll be my agreement. And I'm probably not lying. Okay, I'm probably lying, but still, you know, maybe it would convince me. Maybe I'd buy a copy of Violet if the game just handed me a shiny right now. Right before the timer expires. Any second now, it should give it to me. Because I know Game Freak coded the game to want money. I know how Game Freak works. I know how companies work. They want money. That's all they care about is money. So me offering them money is irresistible. They're like, oh, he'll spend money. He'll give us his money. That means we gotta give him a shiny. Oh, that's not a good sign. I don't think the game wanted my money. Wumpity wump wump. Okay, I guess we just keep the Dreepy. I think it's dumb to reset over it. That is a 5-star. Okay, we can do that in a sec. Actually, I don't think we have an answer in the psychic types. Okay, let's get a save. We're gonna shove it over the water. Why not? You know, may as well. Yes, shiny Dreepy number 2. Let's say hello to him. Oh wait, let's wake him up first. Woo! Hello, Mr. Dreepy. How are you today? Surprise! Hello! Show me your happy face. Oh! It is a very goofy Pokemon. I know I'm tired of the Dreepy plush, or at least one of them that they have on Pokemon Center, is so fucking funny. It's like, it's the most hideous thing. As well as the Dragapult plush. It looks like a genuine mother being like, I have to take care of my kids. Yeah, I sent that over to Bridget. Let's see if we're around a tiny bit. I think we've already looked at this a little bit before since we got the one before it, but I do like Dreepy. They're just goofy. They're just goofy little fellers. Game Freak does a good job designing the pseudo-legendary first stages to be pretty goofy, I feel like. It's almost like the Magikarp to Gyarados design philosophy, just not as much in the stats. Or so just in appearance. But yeah, very nice shiny. Okay. Let's switch you in for Breloom. I guess I'm just keeping things in this weird order for the time being. The question is, do I want to do another encounter power? Or would I rather... Or sparkling power with the Hermmystic, or just run regular ass encounter power? Maybe I'll do a regular ass encounter power one. Oh, let me fight the, thing over here. May as well do the Bronzong. Yeah, both of my guys are weak to Psychic. I think we would benefit from having a good, like, Terra, Dark, or Ghost mon. Preferably Dark, just because these guys are both weak to Psychic. I just don't know what. Well, it's like Belly Drum. Because that is always a good option. Is there any, like, Dark types? I mean, I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be a Dark type. But... no, not a single Dark type. And there's a Titan. Oh yeah, we talked about Slowbro before, which would at least resist Psychic and could get, like, Shadow Ball. Any other good options? I mean, there's always Acid Spray Mons. Although I guess it's good to have multiple options. Let's see. I mean, Skuntank gets Acid Spray, for example. Not that Skuntank's that. Garon. Overquill. I mean, I'd have to transfer one over, but... not like a ton of options. Oh, Bridget replied with blue head for Dreepy. I mean, I could just look at like a Swords Dancer or something, to be honest. I don't think there's any like crazy good options. There's nothing that's like blowing me away in my thought process. I mean, Belly Drum is probably the best option. But I mean, even something with like Swords Dance. I mean, like Grim Snarl would work. I just have to redistribute the TVs a bit. Which isn't that hard. A little annoying, but... Although Grimstar doesn't get, it would have to be a special attacker. It doesn't get Swords Dance. Which, yeah, I mean, it gets Drain Punch and Leech Life, which it doesn't benefit from. And I need something that can boost its attack or special attack. And can heal itself. Let's see, so let's see what like dark types. There's Crawdont, there's Hisuian Samurott. Not that I need this. There's King Gambit, but I don't really want to use King Gambit. I want something that's a little different. Oh yeah, and I can't even get those without trading them over. Either of those. Yeah, Shiftry, I can't do that. Kind of need something that I can get in this game easily, if possible. There's Low Kicks. Does Low Kicks have any stats that even work for this? Oh, it's got no defenses at all. Okay, yeah, there's not really a good option. I guess Cacturn. Although Cacturn's is like really, it's like 115 attack and attack, but like no defenses. There's Zoroark. That would be that'd be better. Too salty. Nice. Is that the one we needed? Wait, I think that's actually what we needed. We did. Holy shit. That's yeah, because we have a lot of spicy, and the salty spicy is the guaranteed encounter. Okay! Well, thank you a lot, Bronzong. Much appreciated. I mean, we could throw up another encounter one, honestly. Or a Sparkling Power. Let's do a quick heal. Guess I'll go blow my nose in a sec. Give myself a quick eye reset as well, because I've just been staring pretty intensely. Okay, 1 second. Because, yeah, what else? What other exclusives are there that I know of? Besides the one Dreepy, Misdreavus, Mismagius, Passimian, Tauros, Aqua Breed. That might be it. An Aqua Breed, we're not going to probably be able to do an encounter power anyway. So it would just be Dreepy, Misdreavus, and Mismagius, and somebody else. But I think Misdreavus is only going to be a night spawn, which would tie in nicely. Yeah, then there's what, Passimian and 5. Yeah, I don't think I really want to wait around for night. I mean, I guess I could do the encounter now and assume I can get those two in one thing if I find the right spot. It's sort of an awkward position to be in. So let me take a quick peek at Nasty Plotters. I'm gonna finish up with the Terror Raid shenanigans. Let me do a save here. Yeah, another Zoroark for that. I just don't think there's as many ways to heal. Let's see. So there's Zoroark, there's Hydreigon. Oop, I zoomed out. Yeah, there's Grimmsnarl. Like Grimmsnarl won't even be bad. I don't think it has a way to heal itself. There's Honchkrow. Weavile and Benefit. That's probably it. Let me see here. Does Zoroark get any way of healing itself? What do you have? No, it does not. Don't think Hydreigon does either. I think we've looked into this before. Although Hydreigon would probably be good enough. I think Grimmsnarl only gets physical. And then the Honchkrow. I mean, Honchkrow will get Roost, but I mean, it has 105 Spatak. Like, that would work. Theoretically, that would work. Okay. Actually, give me one more second to blow my nose again. Sorry. We say before. I guess let's try the ghost thing here again. Why not? So red onion. Just checking real quick. Is there any other? I think all the encounter stuff revolves around Salty, unfortunately. Yeah, so without a Salty, there's no way to get a encounter power without any trickery, at least, which is doing a combination of two. Like, there's not even like the 50% chance for another thing. I don't know, maybe you always need Salty, maybe you just don't need the, but I'd have to look it up. Maybe off stream I can do that. To see how easy it is to use these other Herba for that. I mean, once we get everything that we're actually trying to catch, then whatever we have left can just be outbreaks. It doesn't matter what combo they are. It's just more fun to do the encounter powers for me personally. More freedom to move around and all that. I don't know, it feels like seasonal allergies just suddenly went kerpow. But like, it's not like I have a window open or anything, so I don't know. But they just decided to fuck with me for a sec. See, after this, we'll fly out. We'll see if it's day or night. It'll probably still be day. And then I think I go for Sandy Gas, to be honest. I think ghost types that spawn up here? No. Well, okay, excuse me. Well, that was a start. Sorry to bother you, puppy. So yeah, we'll see what the ghost type situation down at the bottom layer is, and we will use that to decide what we want to do. Because otherwise, the water is the only way to do that. We'll go through the water, but if it works functionally, fine. Just running around regularly if there's no other ghost types, which I'm not sure if there are. Then we'll go for that, because that's just much easier. Because, yeah, we don't have to worry about, like, Fluttermane, for example. Yeah, running around up here would be a bit easier. Okay, this already is looking immediately more effective than what we were doing previously. Which means I probably wasted 2 Herb Mystica, but whatever. You know what? If we end up getting what we need, it's not that big of a deal. Hello? There you guys are. And being in a more open spot is probably more ideal. But we'll see. We'll see if the route limitations are going to come into play here at all. I mean, we might be honestly able to just stay on that, like, one platform area. Let's see. Hello, Dreepy. Yeah, this is all that spawns here, looks like. Which makes my life a hell of a lot easier. Yeah, this area might be a little too hard to do a full circle in, unfortunately. I guess we could go back and forth. That's not what we did when we were going for iron, not thorns, iron treads. So, I mean, iron treads worked out fine, so. I mean, I don't think it matters too much. I don't know, it's my nose, all of a sudden, yeah, it is like runny. Gosh dang. It's just that, it was like, fuck you. Let's see here. I'm sort of figuring out how far in any direction I want to go. I mean, the general routing I used for iron treads worked good enough that I'm not too worried. I mean, these guys spawn in a slightly different way, where they spawn like a group, but shouldn't have too big of an impact. Yeah, because these guys are way more likely to end up spawning in the walls. I guess a problem. Maybe we tried the lower area. Not that hard to make our way back up if it seems worse. Although I think the shiny Droopy might stand out a little more in this background. But I mean, if I can avoid them spawning in walls, that all obviously helps. This is... Means I don't have to worry about them spawning in walls as shinies or spawns being cut off because of the walls. And yeah, some of these guys are like falling off the edge practically. We'll take the route down, the slow route. I think I'm gonna pause and blow my nose. Sorry, it is. I don't know what is going on with it all of a sudden. Hang on. Okay. I'm gonna grab a drink too. Yeah, we head home there because that should stop the timer. Hopefully. Maybe our shiny Dreepy luck is just not as good as some of the other shinies. I mean, not that we've had bad luck per se. But the two that we've gotten have both cost... Or we haven't gotten more than one per Herba Mystica thing. Granted, the first time we did the shiny Dreepy, which is the first one we actually went for, we didn't have the shiny charm, so that obviously had an impact. But that's just how it be. Yeah, go for shiny Palossand or Sandygast. I mean both. They're very nice shinies. So that is on my to want list. To want list? To do list. On my to do list because I want it. Yeah, it seems like because of the way this area is, like some of the spawns are getting like cut off almost. They're not all spawning in like the full group. Yeah, you'll see like a Dracloak with like 2 Dreepy or something. And they could be spawning in the walls or it could be something else entirely. With this well, the issue is they can just spawn in the water. And like, yeah, with like, I mean, anytime you can get like a nice circle going, it makes shiny hunting really efficient. There's a lot of them there. Okay, no. Doesn't look like any of those are shiny though. Got the whole squad spawning in. We're asking where they dropping. They got jokes here at the Wreck with the Horn stream. I don't think any other streamer has that going for him, so. Spawns? Hello? Are they all give up for a sec? How am I getting lag down here? Normally I don't get lag down here. It does sort of feel like up higher was slightly more consistent with the spawns. I think I'm running into the same issue down here that I was before, where they're like not spawning in front of me as much. Which, yeah, I was like a lot of times like going in circles, like I was mentioning, helped. Because you can kind of keep an eye on everything. Like, it's much easier to see all the spawns quickly and easily. Okay, up this way we go. El Dreepy. Any more Dreepsters? Ah! Excuse me. One's bound to show up sooner or later. But I just swear I think the Dracloak for a sec is shinier than it never is. I think sometimes it just ends up being like the angle or something. And because they have some different colors that are Dreepy, I think, doesn't have, or at least are way more prominent on Dracloak, so I think that throws me off for a sec. But I'm pretty sure Dracloak, just because it's bigger, should be more noticeable as a shiny than Dreepy. Just, yeah, purely off size. Okay. Anyone else? Who goes there? Woo! Oh, yeah, the sun nose sniffliness is definitely making it a bit harder to focus. I don't know. I might only go another minute or two, and then I might just do a reset. Maybe just do a couple terror raids before calling it good a little early. Because yeah, it is. I don't know what came in all of a sudden, but it is. Oof. Making my nose running and my eye itch. TMI, but. You know. I'll do one more, like, lap, so to speak, back and forth, and then I'll do a reset and just do a couple terror raids. Cause I think I can do terror raids. At least I'll give it a shot. That requires a little less focus. But I mean, we still got 2 shinies today, so I can't complain at all. And this area definitely seems like it's a good option. I mean, I guess if I do find the shiny here, I would just power through, but... Cause yeah, I mean, it would be nice if I could have the Misdreavus backup ready to go. I mean, the Misdreavus would probably be a lot easier with, like, an outbreak. I don't actually know if Misdreavus can get an outbreak. I would presume it could. Probably would have to be night only for it to spawn, but... I don't know why I wouldn't be able to. And even that, I mean, I don't really need the Misdreavus shinies. But I'm also like, if I'm going to get every other shiny exclusive, I may as well just go for the 2 of them. Odds are it won't take more than like an hour, hour and a half. Well, I guess it would take double the time because of the limited spawns. It's the one downside. Is that actually does throw a wrench into the plans. Yeah, I guess that could be a problem. we'll see. Yeah, fuck it. Should I do one more? One more lap? I'm just asking and being mild discomfort, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta roll with it. Sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit. Well, then we get these stretches where we're just not getting any spawns. I don't know. It seems like this has been a lot, the weirdly, like, not weirdest, but like the most inconsistent shiny to hunt. And we've just been kind of unlucky with it. Which is probably making it feel worse. But I mean, yeah, like there's no spawns right here. Like, why? There's definitely enough places where they should be able to spawn. Maybe it is like specific base conditions to spawn or something? I don't know. It seems like less of them can spawn. Like the frequency of which they spawn is different than some of the Pokemon we've won for. I really don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it would go easier in a spot where Dracloak doesn't spawn. I don't know if that would have an impact on it. Like if, you know, Dracloak, because it's bigger, needs specific space requirements. Because I'm pretty sure there are places you can just find Dreepy and nothing else, and not Dracloak. Or that they could spawn more frequently, at least as Dreepy, and not, you know, required to basically be with a Dracloak. I don't know. There's a bunch of them. Oh, there's one. Well, let's go for it. Hello there, Mr. Dreepy. Yep, you are one shiny little feller. No more weather for you. Okay, you know, that wasn't too bad. It seemed a little longer than some of the shinies, but not nothing unmanageable. Bite. Ooh, get dodged. Okay, it's now a water type. So we can false swipe it down. And I've got like 15 minutes to go for another shiny. Infestation. I'm assuming it's still day out, so we'll probably go for end to guess. Okay, we spore it. And then, so we caught one... What, one in an Ultra Ball, one in a... Great Ball, I think? Let me take a quick peek at Dragapult shiny. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of yellow. We might just do a second Ultra Ball. See, yeah, like the color of Dragapult's body doesn't change that much. It's mainly just like the ears. I think the netball might work decently well on it. I'm gonna take a real quick peek. You know what? Maybe we'll try the netball. That gives us options. Hey, let's go. It's kind of a unique look for it. Why not? Cool, that's the third and final Dreepy that we needed. Awesome. Yeah, we got all the major exclusives that I really wanted now. From Violet, that being, yeah, the Swallow line, the Dreepy line, and the Paradox Mones. We got 12 minutes. Yeah, that was definitely a little bit longer than some of the other shinies, but that's okay. Let's go for Sandygast right over here. I think I will take a nose blow break, though. Hang on. Because Zooey Mama, it'd be dripping a little. Didn't like that. Actually, wait. Need to save him. Maybe we can go for Mischievous. Wait, okay. Nose first, 1 second. I don't know what my nose be acting up like that. But that just be what it be. Okay, we'll start with Sand, I guess. If it gets nighttime, we will switch. Oh, Droopy's here too. That's so funny. I don't think it should spawn on the beach. It should be primarily Sandagast here, right? Which is like a black shiny, so it should be very noticeable. It should be spawning a decent bit. Yeah, it does actually look like it's getting pretty dark. So I think we are better looking for Mischievous right now. I definitely want to hunt down both the Pokemon in this evolution line at some point. And this beach seems like a pretty damn good spot to do it, thankfully. There's just better things to go for. Granted, I don't know. We are going to risk probably finding a shiny Ghastly instead of Mischievous, but I didn't really prep for this that much, unfortunately. But that's okay. It is a nice circle. I could hear that I was referring to. I wish I knew of a spot where Mischievous spawn that Ghastly didn't. That might not even exist, though. Actually, I could try the desert. It showed up in the desert. I'm not sure if Ghastly spawns there. Oh, Droopy. Hello. It'd be very funny if that was a shiny Droopy. Spent a bunch of time running around trying to find him and just immediately find one by accident. Like one more circle and then we'll go switch it up. So we got some shinies we have to evolve. I'll probably wait until we got all the shinies I want in this game before I evolve anything. But yeah. And we also got to nickname him, but I'll probably wait to nickname him until we evolve him as well. Okay, let's try the desert. Worst case, this backfires horribly, and I just waste 12 minutes of my shiny sandwich. Oh, I didn't think about these guys. Yeah, no, that would be a problem, wouldn't it, huh? Okay, well, this place is gonna be awful anyway. Okay, let's try over here. I mean, they spawn in a huge part of the map, so I think we're more likely to find Ghastly, but it is what it is. Is it not night? No, it's definitely night. Fuck, did I just hit the wrong spot? What's going on? Fuck. I didn't know what I was doing. Shouldn't they be spawning? Ghastly. Okay, there's Mischievous. Ah, it's getting too much Ghastly, isn't it? This is all Ghastly. Ah, this isn't good. Yeah, we need not just one, but two. One more idea, let's try over here. If it doesn't work, we're just going right back to Sandagast, and we're just gonna say, fuck, we wasted 5 minutes, oh well. I don't think they spawn on the mound, do they? Oh yeah, this is definitely Greaveard territory. Okay, let's go down. On around here. We're not seeing ghost types. Something? Ah, it's just gonna Drapey again. Shit. Yeah, I think this is good. Okay. Tell me something, please. And it's just Drapey. Okay. Well, I guess there is places where I could have just gone for Drapey and nothing else. Okay, let's go back for Sandygast. I don't want to waste this time. We'll have to come up with an alternative plan. Unfortunately. It's kind of a hard thing to experiment given, you know, only half the in-game time can really be utilized for it. But we need to experiment with it. With, you know, not the pressure of excuse me, wasting a sparkling free sandwich. Jeez Louise, excuse me, that was some borps right there. Okay. Back to looking for Sandygast. I think we got like what? 8 minutes or probably. Okay, let me check. 5! Okay, well, whatever. Hopefully we'll get really lucky and find one. Just to really make the most. Because, yeah, unfortunately so far with both Sparkling Power 3s we used today, we only got one shiny out of each of them. Sparkling Encounter Power 3, that is, too, for reference. Not that it makes a huge diff, but... You know, it's a bit of an investment still, regardless. Should I be going, like, closer inward? Maybe I should be. I mean, I risk missing them on the outer points, but it seems like we're getting occasional things spawning, like Magikarp or Wattrel, that we don't want spawning. I have no clue if these guys can be in an outbreak. I mean, it's very possible they can be in an outbreak, but I don't know for certain. Yeah, finding a good spot for Misdreavus where we don't get Ghastly or Dreepy might be an impossible task. And given it's pure ghost, you know, it's not like we have an alternative. So I don't know, hopefully they can be in outbreaks. At some point we're gonna have to do a bunch of outbreak looking for, because we require outbreaks for Tauros. We want Aqua Breed, which, I mean, like, okay, we don't require it, but it is significantly easier if we find the outbreak. Otherwise, we are going to risk just finding way too many or just like the regular Paldean Tauros, not the Aqua Breed. Down. So this beach is good for Sandygast. I thought it would be. I figured it would be. I think there's other beaches that could work. I mean, even the one across the way probably works just fine. But I think it being a little bigger makes it easier to despawn them quicker, so... That Dreepy, there's like a Dreepy on each side. Are they like static encounters? I feel like they're always there. Don't know for certain though. Yeah, it'll be pretty easy to tell when the power runs out, given the ratio of Sandygast to other things that spawn on this beach. Give me one. Let's be nice, game. Give me the pleasant little surprise. I'm working so hard today for Dreepies. You were so mean about it. Okay, I just rammed my face into that tree, LMAO. Palafin spawn there. That's not what we want. No offense to Palafin. Maybe mild offense. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anywhere with this, to be honest. Just given the amount of time we have left. Fingers crossed. Like a little weird bit of sand. Sand burnt, like sunburnt, but it's sand. Get it? Everyone laugh. Funny joke. Haha. I can make those. They call me the Joker for a reason. Because of my joke. They're really funny. That's where the part of the Joker comes from for me. Joke, they're really funny. See, like, joke there sounds kind of like Joker. I need help mentally. Oh boy. Anyway. Yeah, we're gonna run out any moment now, I'm pretty sure. Womp womp. We tried. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a shame we wasted a decent bit of time there on just, like, loading screens. Trying to see about finding a mischievous place and just miserably failing, but I thought it was worth a shot. You never know if you don't try. And I think it just requires us to do some actual experimenting. Not tonight anymore, and yeah, it sucks that it is time of day specific. But I guess we could just do terror raids during the day and then slap a ghost encounter 1 or 2 on during the night. Or we could even like Sandy Ghast hunt during the day and look for Mischievous at night with just an encounter power 2. If I really wanted to hunt this down. Which I do, but I mean, I could probably just go for Scarlet. Yeah, there's a Meryl and a Pinch Urchin. Rip. Okay, yeah. So unfortunately, 4 Herba Mysticas used and only 2 shinies today. Not my best luck, but we did get the Gulpin pretty effectively, given it didn't even have the sparkling power increase. So we have the methodology in place, I think, for Pandagast if we come back to it. So, but yeah, I mean, the only other thing we have what? Yeah, once we figure out Mischievous, the only thing I know about encounter powering is Passimian, which I'm worried is only in laggy spots. We might have to do a little testing to see what the options are. I think it only spawns in, like, Hag Tree Thicket and like the Bamboo Forest area, both of which are kind of laggy. I mean, the Bamboo Forest area is probably a little bit more bearable. And I'm pretty sure they should be able to be outbreaks as well, though, which could help. Depends. Okay. Let's go get a photo of Dreepy in the Great Crater real quick. I'm gonna go back. Then we'll call it for the night, I think. Just because, yeah, it's almost 11. I give it a little bit of allergy issues. You know. No point in drawing it out. Give me. Okay. I don't know, maybe we'll just find a random shiny getting to a place where I can take a photo of the shiny, you know? That'd be pretty sick, wouldn't it, game? Make up for some of the slowness. Hey, I'll take a lychee berry, why not? Yeah, one day I'll get that shiny Corviknight too. And I mean, we do have quite a few Herba Mysticas. We only have stuff, I think, for what? Actually, let me just check. Even though I'm probably going to get attacked when I get out of the bag. There's a low kicks. We only have stuff for 2 more encounter sparkling powers without any trickery, which I should still look into that, to be honest. So we could do a bunch of outbreaks. I think I just personally find the encounter power hunts a little more enjoyable. No. I don't really need to do much of any Terra raids anymore. I mean, I like doing a little of them. And having an extra, you know, salty or 2 would definitely not hurt. But there's not really a ton of urgency with it all. Not sure where exactly I want to take this photo. I'm just kind of winging it a little bit. Actually, this is a pretty spot. I think it's still going to be on 1 HP and asleep. Oh, did we get titles on either of these? We did have the powers up for them. No, right? Anything new? No. Okay. We'll take a quick peek at it. Keep it asleep. Hello there, Drapey number 3. Yes, you're the final one I needed for the full line. I'm very happy to have gotten. I love how happy they get. It is very cute. Oh, you get so angry. Hang on, we gotta raise the camera for that. Angry and snoozy. The way it sleeps is very cute. Look at the way it like curls up. Very adorable. 10 out of 10, no notes. Get a quick photo for my girlfriend to show her I got the 3rd one. She likes to see that. Okay. Walk around with you for just a sec, say hello. It is a pretty view for you. Hope you like it. Very silly. Yes, you're so silly. Let me put you back. I probably should organize this box a little bit, but oops. Don't care, didn't ask. No. Yeah, we've gotten quite a few shinies in this game, which is quite nice. I don't know if we're going to be able to transfer them all to Scarlet. I don't know if we have the space in Scarlet at the moment. So I don't know, we'll have to figure something out with that, but I'm sure we'll make it work. We'll come up with a solution. Let's get a quick heal in and yeah, we'll call it for the night. Hello, Miss Nurse Lady. Thank you for healing my Pokemon. Almost, I was say almost entirely different balls. No, there's 2 dupes. Well, we got some variety in there. Nothing super boring. I guess the quick balls aren't that exciting, but whatever. Okay, we gotta wrap things up here. So yeah, next time we will, I don't know, probably look into Misdreavus a bit. Maybe see about Passimian or Paldean Toro's Aqua Breed. I don't know. We'll have to do some resetting to try to get some good outbreaks or something. But yeah, that'll be the general plan for next time. And I will also wrap things up here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I wish you may get tomorrow as always. Hope to see you guys then. Thanks for watching and goodbye.